discuss, Gambia's Minister of Health on Friday updated the national COVID-19 protocol based on monitoring the epidemiological strength of the disease in the country, the region, and the rest of the world. The health authorities justified this on the intense vaccination campaigns and protocols adopted by most countries, assuming that most travelers coming to the Gambia are vaccinated against COVID-19 and have taken all the necessary public health measures which reduce the risk of infection. Yahya Jammeh tells us more of that in this report.
During the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic, almost all countries around the world closed their borders and airspaces to contain the disease. Strict measures were also put in place by most countries for people leaving or entering them, and the Gambia was no exception. The Gambia government went on to introduce national COVID-19 protocols, which included limiting the capacity of public transportation, the mandatory wearing of face masks, and the quarantining non-vaccinated individuals from high-risk countries, among others. In time, those measures were lifted due mainly to a reduction in cases and infection. On Friday, the Minister of Health updated the national protocols for COVID-19, saying that passengers who have been fully vaccinated need to show proof of fully vaccination status or certificate and do not require a PCR test to enter the Gambia. However, the travelers are advised on self-monitoring and to avail themselves of COVID-19 testing centers if they notice any signs and symptoms, or simply call 1025. It further states that all outgoing passengers from the Gambia will be required to adhere to COVID-19 testing and vaccination requirements in force at the destination countries upon confirmation by the public health officials or airline representatives. Meanwhile, all travelers in transit must also adhere to COVID-19 testing requirements for the destination countries upon confirmation by the public health officers or airline representatives. Children are, however, exempted. The health authorities are seeking the cooperation of the public in containing COVID-19 in the Gambia and to reduce the risk of exposure to the virus by regularly wearing masks, keeping a physical distance of at least 1 meter from others, avoiding poorly ventilated or crowded spaces, among others. The Gambia had recorded a total number of 12,580 cases, 372 deaths, and 12,174 recovered from the COVID-19 pandemic. Reporting for Eyeafrica News, I am Yahya Jammeh.